Fernwood, Fernwood Tonight, coming to you live with your host for tonight, Mr. Barth Kimball. Tonight, Barth's guest will be the spectacular Las Vegas-type debut of the Debbie Dunbar Show. The spectacular story of the man who died, told by the man himself. The spectacular crash of Virgil Sims, the ex-mobile home Daredevil, and Happy Kind and the Mirthmakers. And me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now your host and mine, Mr. Barth Kimball.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you very much, and welcome once again to Fernwood Tonight. I'm Barth Kimball, as we've said maybe too many times. I know I have. It's just kind of fun to be able to spread a little... Oh, something break back there? Too bad, it wasn't mine. You know, it's one thing to spread happiness here on television for half an hour every night. But to me, it's so much more intriguing to be able to spread happiness throughout the day and night. On bumpers, T-shirts, on drinking glasses, on coasters, on decorative placemats. Impossible? Yep. But it's been done. Think of how many times every day your day has been brightened by that little happy yellow face with the big smile and no nose. Cute, isn't it? And the man that's really having a nice day, of course, is the guy who invented this sucker. He's probably driving around right now in the finest car in America, the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham Coupe with the Squire option and factory air. That's not a brand name, is it? And for what, really? A simple circle, 2 dots, and a curved line. Now, I'm not knocking the man's success, because I think, frankly, he's done something very important. He's brought increased happiness to the people of America. But I want to ask you this. Are we so nationalistic that we can't think of bringing happiness to those less fortunate enough to live in other countries? Let him have his Eldorados, what I say. But let's not forget Germany's powerful but luxurious Mercedes. England's Jaguar and Rolls-Royce. Italy's Alfa, and to stretch a point, the Z car from Japan. Now, there's a whole world of potential happiness just waiting to pay off, and I think I know how to make it happen. Stay with me. Okay. You know, the beauty of the happy face actually is its simplicity and the fact that it's only copywritten in this country. I think you're starting to catch my drift. Now, just for starters, let's bring a little happiness to Germany. We'll start with the basic. There they are. They're happier already. And of course, we could sell this as well in Argentina. In fact, you know, we could even afford to bomb in some markets. Who cares? Let's say that the Chinese... Let's say that these guys prefer communism to having a nice day. Okay. With no waste in paper and a relatively short boat ride, we are in the black in Japan. Speaking of being in the black, I think the dark continent could use a little brightening. Do you know what I mean? So we'll simply sell them over there. These things would go like hotcakes as far as I'm concerned. The list and the potential dollars, it's endless. Here we go. France. How about this one? Australia. Proving you don't have to be down under. And of course, Siam. Another thought would be celebrity happy faces, which will remind you of your favorite star having a nice day. Kirk Douglas. Sammy Davis Jr. Some of them might even be collectible, such as having your own original Picasso. Now, Picasso is perfect because he's famous and he's dead, so he can't sue. It's obviously an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of what's going on. I think to be a very tall high-rise. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be putting these things out ourselves as a part of Gimbal Corporation, my own personal corporation. If you people would like to be a part of that, boy, you're welcome. So let's say maybe some of you people might be broke and out of work and you're down to your last $20. Well, here's your opportunity to double it. Send your last $20 before you forget to Barth Gimbal, care of this station. Or, if you'd rather save the postage since you're down to your last 20, I can understand that. Call me right after the show at 555-5624. That's 555-5624, and I'll come over and pick it up personally. Okay? I think we got ourselves a deal. All right? Thank you. Hey. If I can't share the Gimbal brain with you, my friends, what's it for, okay? Tonight is really the show business debut of the Debbie Dunbar show. A lot of money and rehearsal and creativity has gone into their production, and Fernwood has never seen the likes of it before. It's with great pride that I introduce to you a young lady that started here just by being spanked. And in our corporal punishment show, of course, from the high school. She was quite good. She needed more development. She has personal management now. And I think that we should all welcome her, not only to our stage, but indeed to the whole show business world. Ladies and gentlemen, the Debbie Dunbar Review. Debbie, come on over here. You two girls go take a shower, okay? Debbie Dunbar, for crying out loud.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Excuse you.
Lost that dancer's grace there. Huh? I can say this, I have never seen a performance like that in my life.
How come?
Well, I don't know. I just never have.
Great answer, Debbie. Debbie, I guess that doctorate degree in cybernetics is going to have to take kind of a back seat for a while until that star goes as far as it can go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boy, we'll be right back after these important words. Thanks, Happy. Debbie, you were terrific, huh?
Yes, she was. Had a little bit of everything in that act. Dancing, singing.
Right. I'm sure everyone has asked himself the question, what happens after death? Well, most people can't know until they die, and that seems like a lot of trouble to go through just to answer one question, doesn't it? But now, with the wonders of medical science being what they are, there are some people who have actually been declared legally dead and have remarkably been brought back to life. My next guest is a man who has had that incredible experience. You can't call it anything less, that's for sure. Please welcome one of Fernwood's finest, Lieutenant Leonard Trask. Jerry Hubbard?
How are you, Lieutenant?
How are you?
Maybe
Well.
we can inject a little life into the show here. Let's hope.
Lieutenant, let's get to the background of your death. How did it happen?
Well, I suffered from a severe heart attack in November.
Whoa, that's no fun. No picnic.
The paramedics arrived and worked on me for a few minutes, but I did not respond, so I was declared legally dead. However, they kept working, and I regained life.
Oh, great.
Then they put me into the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
And on the ride to the hospital, I was declared legally dead a second time. However, they kept working, they kept laboring, and finally, we made it to the hospital.
Okay.
There, I was placed in intensive care, where I passed away for the third time.
Oh, no.
Even with intensive care, eh?
Oh, yes, yes. However, the doctors worked feverishly, and eventually, I was brought back to life the third time.
Of course, they're getting
where
paid.
I have remained ever since.
Well, that's great. That's a fantastic. I knew you had died, and that was enough for me right there. But 3 times. Holy cow. That must have been kind of confusing for those doctors, and for you, for that matter, the more I think about it.
You know, you're lucky you were able to leave and come back 3 times. You couldn't do that if you were playing in a baseball game, could you?
I never thought of that.
They might tighten up the rules someday and enforce those laws as to who is dead and who is alive. And, you know, once you're gone, bango. 6 feet down.
So,
Now, the question on all our minds is, what was death like?
the first time that I died, I remembered hearing a paramedic saying, "We've lost him, George. He's a stiff." Now, my first reaction was laughter, because I thought he was kidding around. I'm sure that if I were in that situation, I would try humor
Sure.
to loosen up a stricken person.
Sure.
I tried to tell him that that was pretty funny, but he didn't hear me. I shouted, I yelled, but he still didn't hear me.
Woo. What happened then?
I said to myself, uh-oh, here's trouble.
Did you feel any pain, or was it pleasant in a funny way?
Well, I was sort of floating around above the room, and I had a strange feeling that I was mowing my lawn with a hand mower.
You're alive again, you're in the ambulance, and you die once more. Now, what raced through your brain this time?
I said to myself, I remember saying it, oh no, not again.
Understatement of the week, eh?
Or the hour. Apparently, this all happened very quickly. Did you still have that feeling of pushing the old power mower?
No. This time, it was a feeling like when you put up your storm windows, sort of lifting and fitting the windows in. A very strange feeling.
Let's get into death number 3.
Well, the third time I died, once again, I rose above my body, and I could look down and see the doctors and nurses working on me. I remember trying to tell them not to worry, that I would be back. Mm-hmm. Because I had no reason to doubt that. I had already come back twice before.
And they're paid very well to do what they do.
And they were working hard to keep you alive, so someone would be there to pay those bills.
That's right.
That is true. That is true.
And did you have any of those feelings of mowing the lawn or putting in the storm windows at that time?
No. The third time, I felt that I was changing a floodlight in my backyard.
One that had burned out.
Oh, yes, sure, because when you're dead, you don't have much time to run around unscrewing good light bulbs.
Basically, what you're telling us is that you found death to be a constant stream of little chores around the house.
Yes, really, it was very comforting.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you, Leonard, and if you should happen to die again, we're dying to have you back, okay? We'll be right back after this message. I'm sorry. It's kind of a bad taste there on my part with your history and being a detective and all.
It'd be very dramatic if he would go and come back right here on the show, huh?
Well, death is dramatic.
First,
There's no question about that. Fascinating.
Yeah.
All My next guest is probably the top auto mechanic in the Tri-County area here. That would, of course, include Fernwood, where he lives here. Not that the distinction alone would, of course, not be enough to get him on an important television show like this one, but he also happens to be the world's first mobile home daredevil.
Oh, yes.
He's been here before. Let's welcome him back, Mr. Virgil Sims.
All right. Look at this, 3 death-defying acts on the same couch.
That's right.
I'm just joking, Debbie.
Okay, Virgil, last time you were here, we talked about you were preparing a spectacular show at the Speedway where you were going to jump you were going to jump 3 motorcycles, if I recall, 3 over a mobile home. Is that right? Or are you going to jump?
No.
No, you were jumping 3 motorcycles with a mobile home. That's what
right.
it was.
I was attempting to jump those motorcycles with a full-size, fully equipped mobile home.
Yep. You can say the brand name if you like. That'd be no problem.
No,
I'd appreciate it.
it's a Winnebago.
Winnebago.
And as most of the viewers know, I missed the landing ramp and hit the wall there by the bleachers. And kind of crashed up a little bit there.
Flames and everything. A lot of people told me that the flames were visible for miles and miles.
Yeah, all around the entire area there, Barth, where the Speedway used to be.
Of course, they're fully insured. The Speedway went right up in flames, though, didn't it?
Yeah, like nothing you ever seen.
Well, all's well that ends well, though, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry. Does that mean you're pretty much out of the Daredevil mobile home jumping business there?
Well, I don't know yet. Of course, I won't know for sure until my fans get out of the hospital. But
they could still be 150% behind you.
There's a big turnout that day, too, wasn't there? Unfortunately, as it turns out.
I'll tell you, that's one thing about these people here in Fernwood. They can be lying in there with 80% of their body covered with third-degree burns, and their main concern is for you and the fact you didn't make the jump. Some wonderful people.
As it turns out, you're sitting here on television, and they're still laid up, probably with their feet. One of those.
And you've got their $1.50.
Well, I was going to kind of ask you, Barth, if you could help me out. I've been wanting to organize a telethon to raise money, kind of cover my lawsuits.
Well, we could possibly work that out. Of course, there's operating expenses, and we'll have to take all of those out first, and if there's anything left, that's yours, and I think it's an admirable thing to do. It's wonderful. Exactly, what else are you going to be doing here now? You're working on
Well, I'm teaching classes up to high school on automobile repairs and such.
Try to bring things back together there.
That's right. One of my most popular classes is how to fix up that old used car and for resale.
Aha, people that would like to figure out what they can do to unload that turkey, so to speak.
That's right, Bob.
And you're teaching at the school. You didn't even finish school, did you, Virgil?
No, I didn't. It feels kind of funny standing up there and teaching instead of in the corner.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Well, can you show us a little bit of what the people that take your course might expect to learn if they go there? They want to learn how to, you said the category was fixing up your old car for resale.
That's right. Here's some helpful hints here on fixing up that old car. First thing you want to do, especially if you got an old car and it burns oil like most old cars do.
Burns what?
Oil.
That'd be oil.
Take you just an ordinary pair of wire pliers.
Wire pliers? Wire pliers.
And snip you about 1.5 inches off that dipstick. It'll read full all day long.
I'll be done. Absolutely. Anything else?
Yeah. Then you take you just the ordinary shortening, like Crisco or what have you.
Crisco, we can say that, I think.
And you just pack that down in there underneath the oil cap, as much as you want. And if that engine's hot, well, it'll melt real quick, and this won't burn even at the highest temperatures.
I'll be darned.
And you can really unload that old sucker.
Well, that's fascinating. Now, let's put the shoe on the other foot here. Let's say you're in the market for a used car. What would be some of the things you might teach your students to look for?
Well, the first thing you want to do is take out that dipstick and look and see if it's been snipped off.